center of the ring. The body language on Garcia already significantly different, as is the physique. A lot stronger than he looked against Rolly Romero, but he's going up against a guy like Mario Barrios. That's one of the biggest welterweights that I've seen. Nice right from Ryan to start things off.
He's down. Seconds. Time.
Garcia telling us he's never been more focused. No theatrics all week long. Just kept saying, I'm prepared and I'm ready to rock and roll. You'll see. It'll be the defining performance of my career. And Barrios wants to be the bully. That's all he missed from. He wants to be physical. But as we're seeing him come in, he's not letting his hands go. And that was something that he said he and Joe Goosen have been working on. Letting your hands go when you're moving forward. Right now, he's just out there trying to be so defensive because he knows there's some real firepower coming back. Body shot there for Garcia. You talk about levels to this game. Garcia right now looks at a completely different level than the champ. Speed, power, precision coming from Ryan Garcia in compact combinations. Barrios trying to be the aggressor here. Ryan can fight brilliantly off his back foot. We've seen that before. Barrios gets in trouble with that jab, and it is a good jab, but it is his best weapon, but he leans forward a lot. He doesn't fight like a tall fighter. There's some success for Barrios with the left hand. Nice uppercut by Barrios, fires back. There's going to be an opening for an uppercut. Left and right for Garcia. He has the wrong idea. Barrios bends down into uppercuts a lot. He can open his right, his elbows right. feeling hurt or dropped by that left hand. Good body shot for Barrios. He needs some sort of momentum. Garcia's throwing more punches in the first 2 rounds than he did all the fight against Rolly Romero.
And that's been the knock on Garcia. There is no output. And his volume is there. He relies on one punch that changes the trajectory in fights.
Yeah, Garcia only throws out 32 punches.
10 seconds.
Smaller boxes, even Deontay Wilder throws more per round.
Beautiful shot.
What's the play bell, gentlemen? What's the play bell?
Nice jab. 3-minute jab just on that chest hook. And that one Barrios.
Time.
Against the ropes. Ryan Garcia with a first round knockdown against Barrios. Looked pretty good in round 2 as well.
I'll tell you, he has got Mario Barrios confused. Mario came in just looking to block that right and left hook and didn't do much of anything else, but Ryan Garcia spotted away with both hands.
Well, Joe Goosen, when he was the trainer for Ryan Garcia, said, look, when Ryan Garcia is at his best, he's the best fighter on the planet.
Well, that's a punch selection that's bewildering Barrios right now because it's coming from everywhere. Jabs, right hands, hooks, uppercuts, and that speed is intimidating.
Chris Madison's scorecard proved too.
Yeah, pretty easy fight to score so far. 20-17. 10-8 round for Ryan. That first round after that terrific knockdown. He is just controlling this fight.
The fact that he's able to move him so easily with that right hand, Sergio, it's shocking.
Barrios is not ducking. He's taking the full impact of that blow just by catching it. When you're dealing with a hard puncher, an explosive fast puncher, you can't rely on that. You got to make them miss.
Good body shot there from Barrios.
You're just encouraging fighters like Garcia when you're giving them something to hit.
The knees kind of buckled a bit there too for Barrios. Be interested to hear from Shakur earlier. I believe he said Garcia's based on one punch pony with that left hook and he doesn't have a right hand. What if he's changed his opinion? Another right hand for Garcia.
Mario has got to let his hands go while he's backing Ryan Garcia. Just throwing one jab at a time is not going to get the job done. And Barrios is not going to. He needs to catch and counter the fast hands of Garcia because if he continues to let Garcia push with that speed, he's going to be outnumbered. These right hands are buckling out Mario Barrios every single time. For anybody that thought Ryan Garcia was a one-arm puncher, he's changed a lot of minds. I don't think it was an inappropriate thought to say Ryan Garcia is a left hooker. We saw the left hook against Devin Haney, the one that put him down repeatedly. Didn't show anything against Rolly Romero, but this right hand has really come around. And it's proven to be a right hooker as well. A good hand movement. He's not getting hit with it, it's continuing. You can see it, Ryan Garcia worked on that right hand and worked on that defense.
10 seconds.
What's the play bell, gentlemen?
Time.
He knows, well, look, Mario Barrios is the guy that's most comfortable in his second half of the fight. A lot of his fights, his championship fights, have gone to a decision or into the championship round.
So that's when he makes it to the second half of this fight. Garcia coming out on fire again. But Goosen was saying, look, he's fighting with his mouth open, suggesting Garcia's already getting a little fatigued.
I don't think that's the case. I think that's a bad happening by Garcia keeping his mouth open. I see fatigue settling in. Those are hard, crisp punches by Garcia. And they're coming from both hands, both arms. If Barrios is not going to catch and counter that right hook, it's going to be an all night.
Look at the power shots landed 32-9. This matchup
That's a pretty aggressive Ryan Garcia as well. That right hand to the body, you can hear that sitting ringside.
If Poirier makes it to the second half of this fight, he's going to have to go through hell to get there.
I love that shot, Sergio. What do they call it? A little quarter hook there. I've seen Oscar De La Hoya throw it so many times in his career.
It's a 45-degree punch, and it's a rare punch when you have a strong left hand like Oscar De La Hoya or like Ryan Garcia. You can jab, you can 45 degree, you can uppercut. They're going to have the same damage. Such a stationary target, relying on the earmark defense, it's going to betray him. But the longer this fight goes, the more those arms are going to get weakened and fatigued, and those punches won't penetrate through. And there's still a big opening with that uppercut. Those arms are low. That was behind the ear. You can see Warriors kind of bounce around, trying to find his balance. He's so flat-footed. Warriors has proved in his career that he's tough, but he's very basic. He doesn't try to find anything different.
10 seconds.
He's right in front of you, in the front, looking for the second 1-2. Listen for the bell, gentlemen. Listen for the bell. On the biggest stage, that's not nearly enough.
Time.
Warriors taking every step. Shot they were practicing, and then you fast forward to round number 1. Shot they were practicing. Warriors taking every step and maybe a little more. Oh my God! Big shot. Warriors all over the place. Warriors is a circus in their right. Ryan Garcia beating him up with one hand, and that's a right hook. Warriors can't eat too many more of these, surely. Ryan Garcia fighting like a man possessed.
He looks like a fighter that did no preparation for the right hand of Ryan Garcia.
Oh man. Warriors was showing his toughness, Sergio, but how tough can he be? I want to see intelligence coming out of him. I want to see defenses right now. He's getting run over. Ryan Garcia, that's our next one. So we're playing by Garcia now. This is a demolition of Ryan Garcia. Barrios was supposed to be a bigger, stronger guy in there, but he's being moved pillar to post by Garcia.
Good left hook just over the top, just missed for Mario here.
Look into it, Coach. Look for that uppercut. A left and a right.
And there Thomas Taylor yelling to the corner of Mario Barrios, who are asking for playing the headshot. He said Mario Barrios is ducking into them.
Joe Goosen asked Barrios to get inside, close the distance, make this an inside fight. He hasn't even tried, Sergio. The fact that he hasn't tried, he doesn't know how. Mario Barrios is missing that championship gear, and we've seen it over and over.
You can see the strategy of Ryan Garcia. Try everything you can to keep this fight in the middle of the ring. If he started every round, he runs straight to the middle. When he spins out, he runs back to the middle. He wants to keep Mario Barrios in as much space as possible.
Right scores again.
10 seconds.
Well defensively, too. This is one of the best performances I've seen by Ryan Garcia. Both arms being unleashed, creative
He just hit a shot.
That's a good shot. Pull that push.
And I think that's the right call. It was a good shot from Ryan Garcia, but then followed up with a shot.
Over a shot to the body that landed. Well, the body shot landed certainly without being was followed by a push. At least that's what the referee Thomas Taylor said.
Hang on. It's all right. You're on top of his head. Stay right here. Mario. Come on, just gotta keep that head up, all right? You good? Go.
But right finds a home again. Now the left. Mannix has a clean sweep. Not hard to score, is it?
Not at all. 50 to 44 in favor of Ryan Garcia. What I love beyond
There's a right from Mario. Sorry.
just the right, not beyond the right hands for Ryan Garcia. I love that jab. It's not a throwaway jab. He's scoring points with that jab. That is as sharp a jab as we've seen Ryan Garcia throw in recent years.
So far, a virtuoso performance from King Rye.
And more importantly, discipline. Because we've seen a leaky defense from Ryan Garcia. We've seen him get frustrated. We've seen him make mistakes. Right now, this is it. Responsible, confident, and motivated. And that's when he's most dangerous.
Barrios moving forward, very square compared to Ryan Garcia.
Gotta watch it, right? Good? Good.
Ryan Garcia told us, I'm here to win every round. I'm not going to give any rounds away in this fight. That's how confident I am.
And he's doing just that.
Another body shot from Ryan Garcia. It's almost like Barrios is giving him those.
Good left hook there for Garcia. Barrios nothing. Snagged that left hook.
It's amazing that Barrios isn't waiting now, considering his history of cuts.
He's got a history of cuts. He's got a history of swelling. Those are some good shots.
10 seconds.
Just too fast.
Time.
That's what he's just a tough guy that's really strong and keeps coming. That's what makes fighters think twice.
We're halfway done, ladies and gentlemen. All 6 rounds have to go to Garcia, including that first round, which was 10-8 because of the knockdown. Does Barrios have it in him, Sergio, to make a late run here?
I hate to say it, but no. No, he does not. He's never shown it in his past. His history proves that. He's just a tough guy that's really strong and keeps coming, but on the top level, he's a step and a punch behind.
Chris Mannix is in the corner with Joe Goosey.
Joe, what are you seeing out there?
Well, I mean, it's evident we're not winning the fight. Ryan's landed some great shots. Mario's taking them. He's getting hit right now. Look, I mean, when Mario backs up, he gets the worst end of it. He's got to move forward, make Ryan get him on his back foot like that, so he doesn't punch when he's moving backwards. You know, rarely does he. But if you stall out on him or move backwards, he'll take advantage of that. He's fast, he hits hard, you know, he's cautious like that. He's not willing to really engage on the inside. You have to make him fight. See? So you got to force yourself upon him. And that's what we're trying to do. Mario's, you know, he's trying to do it, but Ryan's very elusive.
Are you surprised how effective the right hand of Ryan is?
No, I already told Mario we can't. I said that's why we actually blocked a lot of them. We've gotten hit with two of them, yes. But I said, look, he knows that I know that he's going to be throwing the left all night. Everyone knows that. I said, he's going to go to the alternate hand, work on that so he has a backup punch. And that's the right hand. We knew that. And that's why we worked so hard on keeping both hands up in this fight, not just the right hand.
Well, Joe knows what he's talking about, Sergio. He was like, you know, Ryan's landed some good right hands like that. It's a good hit like that. Garcia with another big round here. 6 rounds, over double the amount have landed for Ryan Garcia. And he doesn't look fatigued, Sergio, at all.
No, because he's in charge. He's in control. I mean, everything he's throwing, he's landing. He's not missing. Fatigue starts in when you miss. When you're not punching, no, okay. When you're swinging out air, and that takes your leg strength, and that's what makes fighters slow down and lose confidence. And when you're as accurate as Garcia, I mean, it's only going to get better and worse for Barrios. Joe Goosen talks about defense and keeping his hands up. Barrios is keeping his hands up. He's good at
10 seconds.
finding openings with that high guard. There's always openings whenever there's that EMR defense.
5.
Open up and breaking down Barrios.
He promised us a Ryan Garcia classic, and so far he has delivered from start until almost finish.
You know, I wouldn't even call this a Ryan Garcia classic. This is a very new version of Ryan Garcia. One that is beyond just throwing the right hand, but winning decisively, round after round. This is a shot through 7 rounds. 70-62 on my scorecard. We've seen Ryan have some spectacular finishes. I don't think we've seen him at this point dominate in the way that he's dominating this fight. And a version of Ryan Garcia that we need to see, because on the top scale against the best fighters like Devin Hayes or Shakur Stevenson, he's gonna need technique, he's gonna need discipline, he's gonna need focus, and he's showing all of the above right now.
Now, a lot of fighters are calling out Ryan Garcia's name. And Connor Bench, Kirsten's, a lot of guys wanted him. But after this performance, you wonder if those screams will get a little quieter across the boxing world.
I think they get even louder,
Really?
just because Ryan Garcia is already a big star, and if he's able to put together performances like this, performances that get networks interested, that get an audience interested, that get pay-per-view buyers interested, that's the kind of fighter you want to go up against. Garcia keeping Barrios honest to the body as well. You can see that Garcia's still trying to sneak in that liver shot downstairs they call him Cameron with.
You're wondering if Barrios can switch to plan B, but I don't even know what plan A was.
And this was a knock on Barrios. You know that he hasn't proven to have a plan B or C. That's one plan in one gear. So I'm not surprised that Barrios is able to take a lot of these shots. Tough guy. I think he went, 11 rounds with Gervonta Davis, the distance with Keith Thurman. He's got a chin.
Right, let him go. There's no let go, you gotta let him go. Stay here. Don't punch when I'm saying stop, all right? Time to sit down, all right? Go.
Final seconds here of the 8th round.
10 seconds.
Barrios trying to close the distance there.
That was a good sign by Barrios right now, but you see Garcia.
5.
Information and great skill and great advice to the side.
You read my mind, because look, we've seen Ryan Garcia with great minds, Derek James, Joe Wilson, Henry Reynoso, but his style, there's a certain bond there, a blood bond, that he's passing the test. Rick Garcia and Henry Garcia are passing the test on the championship level.
Yeah, we're going to hear from Henry in just a second. In fact, right now he's with Chris Maddox.
Henry, so far so good for Ryan in this fight. What do you see?
I see greatness. I see he's outboxing him, and that's what we want. We want him to outbox him. We want him to throw the right hand, but you know his left right now is his right is actually. He told me it was a little hurt, but I told him we'll just concentrate on the jab and the hook right now. Throw the right if it's necessary. You know, but we're doing great.
Are there any adjustments you wanted to make?
No, right now I want him to stay in the center of the ring. Okay, because he can outbox him today. He can outbox him just like that. All right? Barrios is actually hurt, so it's just a matter of time. Appreciate it.
We do want Ryan ropes because of that weight there. Barrios has got to be a weight bully in the corner.
Yeah, but as soon as Ryan Garcia hits the ropes, he's going back to the middle of the ring. See that? A little shift around. That's another thing I haven't seen boxing with Ryan Garcia. Getting angles on opponents.
You know, I got to ask you this, Sergio. Our last big fight was Shakur versus Tio, where Shakur dominated him over 12 rounds. Ryan Garcia is doing the same thing. Any similarities in the performance of those two guys?
The similarities in the one-sided performance, but there's no similarities in the person they're doing it with. Teofimo Lopez was a better champion than Mario Barrios, a more proven champion, undisputed champion. This is a great performance on the championship level against the weakest champion in this division.
Don't leave it out there, Ryan. Use it or pull it back.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear Henry Garcia reveal that Ryan has a hand injury in that right hand. He's been bothering him, but he told him, throw it when you have to. He sure was a little close to maybe something like, hey, maybe he was on all. Maybe he should hurt his right hand more often. It has been a hand that's been problematic for him in the past. He has had surgery on that hand and sidelined him and not been a reliable offensive weapon for him. But in this fight, it has been a major factor.
10 seconds. Time.
Luis Castillo, but this is a very different set of circumstances. Right now, Ryan Garcia is dominating every round of this fight.
All right, Sergio Barrios needs a knockout. How do you see him do it? What's the path to scoring what would be a stunning result?
There's no path to a knockout for Mario Barrios, and I hate to say that because you want to make this as exciting as possible, but Barrios is not known as a one-punch knockout artist. He doesn't have that power. He doesn't have that history.
That back Barrios up.
And the more aggressive he gets, the more he's going to encourage Garcia to land the bigger shots. So it's actually Joe Gusto that's working against Barrios that's on the get aggressive and plateau.
The body language of Barrios is all wrong, although he did land a shot there, which backs Garcia off for a minute.
I think Barrios has to make a decision over these final 3 rounds. Is he here just to survive, or is he here to throw caution to the wind and let his hands go and try to get a win?
Chris Mannix has it a clean sweep, 9 rounds to 0. Who would have thought that?
The only thing more impressive than a knockout is a shutout. And I'm more impressed with Ryan Garcia pitching a shutout against Mario Barrios than anything else.
Now Barrios on the inside. This is what Gusto wants him.
You see Ryan sort of pivoting back to that defense we saw against Oscar Duarte, where he turns his back a little bit. But this is where he wants to be, right there in the center of the ring. Yeah, when he gets behind our left shoulder, trying to do that shoulder that just works against him. He doesn't have the ability to do that, the fluidity to do that. I would say that shoulder roll is a bit of an insult to shoulder rolls.
It's more like a cinnamon roll. Two, three for Garcia.
A big smile from Ryan Garcia after that rock. Good shot. Good shot downstairs just to keep Barrios honest to the body.
Garcia stayed so disciplined against Devin Haney, who's taunting Haney, yelling to the crowd. Look at the people in the corner. Tonight he has just been laser focused.
And this Ryan Garcia is going to be very difficult, very hard to beat.
Just as I say that, he's barking at Joe Gusto.
He's beating down Mario Barrios and Joe Gusto exactly like he said he was going to do.
He called Joe Gusto a traitor for taking camp with Mario Barrios.
10 seconds.
Afterwards, either way, he would really stick it to him, and he's doing that here.
He's still sticking that jab on that.
Time.
In the corner of Garcia, now win every round and you shut a lot of people up.
I just don't think that's in his DNA. I mean, everything he's throwing is hard. Maybe you do be more defensively responsible over these final 2 rounds, but he's not going to take his foot off the gas when it comes to his punches.
Well, I just told him to be smart. In other words, don't go for nothing hard and stupid. Even if you do want to close up the show with a knockout, let it come. Don't try to get it.
You would think Barrios would come at him harder, more determined, more desperate. It's Hail Mary time for Barrios.
Has had a successful career on the biggest stages being himself. His temperament is not going to change. I mean, this is who he is.
Well, he closed strong against Manny Pacquiao, won the last 3 rounds on all 3 judges' scorecards, but winning rounds, or winning a round, is not nearly enough for Barrios. Best thing, Chris, I think you could say about Barrios or Sergio is that he's been able to take a hell of a punch tonight.
Well, we knew that coming in, but he takes a big shot. And Garcia was telling me that, he has a big head for big shots, and he's moving that right.
Nice left hook followed by a straight right.
Barrios is outclassed. He's being outclassed in every sense of the way. Where's the jab to close that distance? When you're a world champion and you're not even tracking down a fighter with a jab, the most basic punch, the most important punch in boxing, you're just following around Garcia.
Normally, you'd never want to throw a lead uppercut like that if you're winning a fight like this, but Garcia just not worried about what's coming back.
No, he ain't worried about nothing.
Yeah.
10 seconds. Twelve and final round for the Quad Judges scorecard time.
Entertainer comes out of here. Time to close the show. We got that much yet to tell.
All right, Garcia looks determined now. He's in such great shape. Really, really incredible all-around performance from Garcia. If he doesn't get an A+ from you after this one, Sergio, we might have to have words.
I can tell you right now it's an A+. Even without the knockdown or the knockout.
Well, if you're a Barrios fan, you're praying that he just finds something, a lightning strike in the final 220 here. But it's not really much aggression. You don't see the desperation that's probably needed now.
Barrios is intimidated by the fast hands and the quick reaction of Ryan Garcia. He couldn't compete with the speed, and he was surprised by the power of the right hand and the right hook of Garcia.
Garcia, a minute and 50 seconds away from becoming a world champion. And who would have thought that after that lackluster performance against Rolly Romero? And Barrios a little overeager there. And tumbles down. Ryan gave him a little bit of a shoulder shrug there. Knocked him to the ground. Barrios started to win a little bit, trying to land something that could change the course of this fight. But just too much Ryan Garcia, too much firepower, too many left hands, too many kind of those 45-degree uppercuts. He has just pulled out the entire bag in this fight.
The only punch I didn't see Garcia throw is that stopping jab to the gut. That could have opened up more shots, but other than that, just a flawless performance. Offensively defensively by Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, I think there were a lot of scenarios you could have seen as this fight was building up. But the most likely where Mario Vargas wins a decision against Ryan Garcia, or Ryan Garcia scores a knockout. Having Ryan pitch a virtual shutout, should be a shutout in these final 30 seconds. I don't think that was on anybody's scorecard.
This is a pin job by Garcia.
Ten seconds.
2 seconds left. And Ryan Garcia is about to become
Such a scorecard time.
scored a knockdown in the first round.
07 and Steve Weisfeld scores it.
Scored a knockdown in the first round. Scored a knockdown in the first round against
07 and Steve Weisfeld.
go into the ring and Michael Buffer.
One final time tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the T-Mobile Arena after 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards. Tim Cheatham scores it 119, 108. David Sutherland has it 120 to 107, and Steve Weisfeld scores it 118 to 109. All three scores to the winner by unanimous decision. And